Είναι το podcast της Stoiximan GBL Man to Man. Powered by Stoiximan.
Κάποτε ήταν της μόδας στα δελτία ειδήσεων να γίνεται ένα ρεπορτάζ για τη γέννηση του πρώτου παιδιού κάθε χρονιάς. Ο κύριος που έχω δίπλα μου προφανώς δεν το θεωρεί σημαντικό, όμως ο ίδιος ήταν η πρώτη μεταγραφή της χρονιάς για το 2026 στην Ελλάδα, καθώς η έκανε ανακοίνωσε την απόκτησή του μόλις 10 λεπτά μετά την αλλαγή του χρόνου. Επιστρέφει στην Ελλάδα και ο ίδιος θα μας πει αν θεωρεί ότι κλείνει ένας κύκλος ή ανοίγει ένας καινούριος. Ήταν η πρώτη ευρωπαϊκή του εμπειρία στην Ελλάδα πριν από πολλά χρόνια. Είναι ένας άνθρωπος ο οποίος έχει αναδειχθεί πρωταθλητής Ευρώπης με τη Φενέρμπαχτσε, είναι μπαρουτοκαπνισμένος και κυρίως κοσμογυρισμένος. Φίλες και φίλοι της Stoiximan GBL, είναι το Man to Man podcast, powered by Stoiximan, το πετυχημένο podcast του ελληνικού πρωταθλήματος, το οποίο μας φέρνει κοντά στους πρωταγωνιστές του αθλήματος που όλοι αγαπάμε. Σημερινός προσκεκλημένος, ο Τζέιμς Νάναλι. James, thank you for being here with us and welcome back to Greece.
Thank you for having me, man.
How is Athens? How's your new team?
Athens has endured a lot of rain since I got here. A lot of rain. I'm waiting for the sunshine. New team has been good. You know, trying to blend in with the fellas and find my rhythm.
After 13 years from your first European experience, have you ever thought that you would come back sometime?
No, it never really crossed my mind.
What do you remember from your first stint in Kaválα?
That was a long time ago, man. I remember Jeremy Fears. That's what I remember. He was we had a good relationship. We still talk to this day. That's one of the bright spots of during that time. But I wasn't there for too long. I would say 2 months, and they weren't paying, so I had to go.
At this stage of your career, from your experiences, was it an easy choice to play for AEK?
I had a good conversation with the coach, Coach Sάκοτα, and for a few days, because I had some other things going on, possible landing spots. So it became more clear once we began to talk and once we figured out things, and we had a few people in common who we both knew and have worked with in the past, and we both spoke to them separately, and it was I just heard great things about him, so it made it easy.
Do you think it's an easy narrative to say that you offer that 3-and-D play that most teams are looking for, or it's just basketball or something else?
No, I don't think I'm a 3-and-D player at all. I'm much more than that. I can do much more. I think the 3-and-D role is more of the NBA stuff, and I think the 3-and-D is for guys who really just can't hoop. To be honest, but I understand that there's roles that you have to fill, but I don't think that's my role at all. I can offer much more than that.
What are your first impressions about the Greek Basketball League so far? The level, the opponents?
Yeah, it's always going to be a competitive game, and, guys are out there competing and playing hard. It's a little more physical. Refs are letting things go. But, that's fine. It all comes with the game, and you just have to adjust and adapt to every game because they're all different.
Please, let's take it back to the beginning. How was your childhood in Stockton, California? Because sadly, I read that you lost some friends in the process in the streets.
Yeah, I was, a lot of my family is from Northern California, like the Bay Area, San Jose. That's where I was born and, raised up until elementary school. And then I moved to Stockton. Growing up, it was, I had my brother and my mom, and it was some things were different. Some days were difficult. Some days were, good. But we just made it work and stuck together. I think those life lessons taught me a lot. Right now, I can give to my kids, and hopefully they don't have to go through the same things I did. You lose people, growing up in poverty. And those are the things that happen.
Do you still go back Your family still lives there?
Yeah, a lot of my family lives in the Bay Area, Stockton, Sacramento. But I do go back. I always try to go back to Stockton every summer. Me and my brother, we put on a camp at my high school, and with the help of some of the people in the community, one of the longtime coaches there, Eddie Menzel, we always try to give back, like do a free camp, clinic, whatever you call it. So I just want to show my face and like let the kids know that there are better things out there, and if you put work in, you can really make your dreams come true.
Like most athletes in the States, you played baseball, and as a quarterback in football, what made you choose basketball?
No, I never played baseball, but no baseball. I did play quarterback.
Okay.
In high school, I played quarterback, wide receiver, and safety. Ran track. I tried many sports, but I just love basketball. Especially my older brother played basketball. He was highly recruited in high school, and so I just always wanted to be like him. So whatever he chose, I was going to choose. And so,
did you have the chance to play with or against him?
I had the chance to play with him in college, but I chose to go to UC Santa Barbara, and he was at University of Pacific. But we did play against him my sophomore year of college. We were in the same conference.
Okay.
So we did play against each other, which was pretty cool. Our families came, and they were split in the middle.
After 4 years at UC Santa Barbara, as you said, how did you handle the fact that you went undrafted?
Honestly, looking back, I really didn't work hard as I should have in college, because I didn't have, the blueprint of someone telling me like what I should do. I didn't have a mentor at the time. And I think a lot of those guys have somebody in their ear, with previous experience of like, hey, you need to be here, you need to do this and go this way. So I really didn't have that, because, my brother was going through it at the same time I was going through it. And no one in our family had, I don't think played professional sports at the time. So how will we know what to do? I was just, in college, going day by day, living life. Every day was different. I was just living life in college and enjoying my experience.
How is really the life of a college athlete? The classes, the games, the fans?
Classes, take a lot of time. You're scheduling your day. I think the team schedules their day according to what guys have classes, but most of the times the practice is set. You're gonna have to schedule your stuff around. It's quite difficult, You're missing a lot of class. You're missing a lot of lectures because you're traveling, and they expect you to make that up and to be on point with it. But it's difficult, growing up, and you want to experience life, and you're like, I'll do this later. And college is kind of hard. But that's the choice you made to go there. So you had to find a way to make it work.
How was the transition from college basketball to playing abroad? I mean, was there something that made things easier or harder coming to Europe?
I think me going to a mid-major, we had to learn more of the fundamentals than high major players, because high major players are usually crazy athletic or quick or fast, and on a rebound, they don't have to box out. They just go get it. We had to do drills, box out drills, and we had to play above average, like great, to compete with high major teams when we played them. So I think going to a mid-major helped me, learn the basics and how to read the game more and, use what I had.
After stints, allow me to read because I will forget something. Mm-hmm. In Puerto Rico, Spain, Israel, and in Italy with Avellino, Coach Obrádovitς called you to play in Fener. Were you one of the Americans that didn't know him before? Because he's a kind of legend, overseas.
Had no idea who he was. Not one idea. I didn't even watch the Final Four of the year before. One of my teammates, Ivan Buva, was like, "Hey James, come watch the Final Four." I was like, "I'm not watching the Final Four. I'm about to go watch some NBA playoffs or something." So I had no idea anything about his history, but quickly found out.
That's my next question, a follow-up. Did you have a kind of welcome to Zot's world moment with him? In a game or in a practice?
Oh, man.
Or traveling? I don't know.
You know, I was like one of the only newcomers to the team who had previously just lost in the championship, you know, so I think he was more comfortable with a lot of them. And so he had to speed up my adaption process. So he was on me in those practices, games. I didn't take an extra dribble. I'm coming out. I didn't, you know, he's going crazy. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm literally following the person in front of me, but he's seen more in me. And so I adapted, you know, and my teammates, you know, were just great guys, and they were, you know, they helped me a lot through the process, especially like guys like Ekpe Udo, Bobby Dixon, Jan Vesely, Bogdanovic was there, you know, and Meli Mamatolu, who's still on the team. He was just like one of the best captains, you know, that you could have. And a lot of those guys helped me, man. A lot of those guys.
I know it's a naive question, but how is the feeling of winning the EuroLeague title?
Man, it's definitely a feeling like no other, you know. It's like, it seems like unreal at the time. It's like, damn, we really just won the, you know, EuroLeague title, and just, it's like things just keep rolling after. You know, you finish your domestic league, it's like you're just floating through the rest of the season.
Do you think that it was perhaps a kind of an example or a chance for you to explain to the United States, to family, friends, the significance and how important it is to win that title?
I mean, I think once they seen like the celebrations that were going on in Istanbul, I think they understood, man. We had a crazy parade. And I feel like they understood like the importance of that championship, and you know, it was the first one in Finner history.
Ακούτε το podcast της Stoiximan GBL Man to Man, powered by Stoiximan.
You reached the final the next year with Fener again.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, after these experiences, do you think that playing for Coach Obrandovitz was a kind of working for a coach like in college? That
100%.
Yeah.
College atmosphere mixed with professional expectations and preparation. That's exactly how it was. It was like those years in Finland were like military. That's how it felt.
What do you recall, and how did you get over that terrible fall and injury in that Baskonia game?
I got over it because, you know, my family, you know, my wife was really just there for me the whole time. And, you know, we had 2 daughters at the time, and she was just handling everything. And
it was pretty scary, right? Just to watch it.
Yeah, I had watched it like a year after. I didn't even want to deal with it. People kept sending it to me and tagging. I'm like, why the fuck are you sending me this video? It's crazy video. So I was kind of like, I was just off seeing it. But once I looked at it, I was like, yeah, this was crazy. I don't even remember like falling. I just remember dunking the ball. And I was so upset with Obrandovitz because he didn't play me till like the end of the third quarter that game. I was like, what's going on? Why? So I was just upset. I wanted to make plays happen. And unfortunately that happened. But I was back within 3 weeks. I had a broken hand. I had a concussion for sure, and 9 brain hemorrhages. So yeah, I was doing brain scans and MRIs for 2 weeks straight, just to make sure that they were healing and going down.
In the second Fener season, you almost got that famous 50-40-90 stat line.
Uh-huh.
You were shooting 54 in twos, 55.4 in threes, and 89.7 in free throws. Do you think that it was like something like a ticket for you to get back to the NBA?
No, I didn't even really look at my stats. I know certain guys who look at their stats and won't shoot threes and because they're percentages, but I'm not like that. I didn't even really look at the stats till the end of the year. And my agent was like, "Hey man, you're shooting great." And I was like, "Hey, don't tell me what I'm shooting at all. Let me just finish and then we'll look." But I don't know. I just always been efficient, as a shooter, scorer, whatever. Especially, my free throws. That's just been me.
In comparison to that famous motto, "Every game matters" here in your league, do you think that there are more similarities or differences between the NBA and the competition here in Europe?
A lot of differences. I think NBA goes by the next 10 games, but in Europe is every game could mean something, for your placing or the points in the standings, or it could mean something for your job too. Your job could be at risk. The coach's job could be at risk. So the European basketball is more game-based, game by game. NBA is the next 10, the next 20, let's try to change things. But here is nah, you lose, we need to change things immediately.
Is it a burden or it's just basketball? How do you handle it?
I think every job comes with pressure, but at the end of the day, it's just basketball, for sure.
After the NBA, you came back into Europe to play for Milan, Fener, Maccabi, and in 2022, you met again Coach Obrádovitς in Partizan. Mm-hmm. They say he was, I don't know if it's the right word, he was softer in Belgrade. Is that true?
Yeah, I said that. I told him that. Yeah. I was like, "You're much more relaxed here." I think the times have changed. The times had changed, though.
What did he say back?
He was like, "I know." Yeah, he knew. He was much... I think our team was just different, too.
In what way?
More experience. So he expected us to be perfect. And, we're not perfect. He expected just a higher level of understanding. He was more lenient in Partizan, for sure.
Do you still have that what-if thought in your mind about the Madrid brawl in 2023? Do you think that perhaps you would have been the champs in the process? Is this something that comes to mind, or?
Honestly, I don't even think about it. But I think we had a good opportunity to compete for a championship that year, how we were playing, 100%.
Do you think that perhaps you changed as a player and as a person playing for certain teams with the pressure from the crowds, from the owners, or from the expectations?
No, I don't think I changed. I always put the highest expectations on myself, and always want to compete to win, when we do anything, whatever team I'm on. I think that should be the goal. And if that's not the goal, then that's not the team for me.
Who's the toughest guy you faced in EuroLeague competition?
There are a lot of great players. We played against Spanoulis and many others. I don't know. I don't really. No one has just made me just want to give up. That was not even in my personality, but I just never seen someone's "Oh, he's so tough. Oh my God, I'm scared." Nah. Nobody.
And the best teammate? You remember?
Too many good guys. Too many good guys.
Basketball-wise, or
off the court teammate, in EuroLeague. Bobby Dixon. Me and him we did everything together. Bobby's one of the best teammates I had. Derek Williams, Ekpe Udo. Off the court hanging out. Yeah. Those are guys I really kicked it with.
How does your career path still helps and motivate you as your hard work prove that you can compete at the highest European level?
Oh yeah, I know I can. For many more years too. I know I can. I keep my body up, in shape. I'm always ready to go.
were there times that perhaps you doubted yourself?
Never. No doubts. A couple setbacks, times of struggle, but I never doubted like what I can do and what I've worked on my whole life and what I've worked for, you know.
Is there a motto like the one we said about your league that you kept from college perhaps that led your way? An advice or something that comes to mind from a coach or from a teammate?
It's not on you, it's in you. That's something that stuck with me.
If I counted correctly, Ike is your 17th professional team. I guess it's not unusual, but how is, to change teams and cities, especially with a family?
That's a lot of teams. It's not difficult. It's our job and we just make it work.
And how do you adapt to every different level of and style of play and competition? Or it's, as we said, just basketball?
Basketball is basketball everywhere we go. That's what's in my mind. Like, hey, it's just hoop at the end of the day.
Was there, I'm not trying to steal something from you, but was there a team or a city that made it difficult for any reason?
No comment.
Okay. Do you have any tips for newcomers in Europe who are struggling, whether about basketball and playing or just connecting to the local cultures? Because you're an example of success.
Definitely try to, seek out the local culture and, ask your local teammates who are from the region or country, what are things you could be doing or what are things that the sites to see or places to go. I think it's good to ask questions to people who have been there, and I would say keep your focus on what you came to Europe for, or wherever and abroad. Keep your focus on that. You came here for basketball, so keep the main thing. You don't need to do anything extra until your situation in basketball is good.
Do you feel your career, your journey in basketball is an example for players that perhaps starting over in lower divisions or countries, in domestic leagues, and of course deserve more respect about their games, their game?
I mean, if you're good, they're gonna come find you. That's how it goes, Kavalla, I started in Kavalla, I came here, but I don't really count being in Kavalla as the start of my career. I more so count the G League. I left Kavalla a week later or 2 weeks later, I was in the G League draft. And so I think G League helped my foundation for basketball. Some people will say the G League is a bottom start. So I think, there are good players all around the world, and you should never look over anybody because the guys at the bottom always have something to shoot for. That's their goal, is to get to the top. So keep working, and I think anything is possible.
I know you probably don't want to take anything back, but still, is there something that you wouldn't do or you would do in a different way in a similar situation in your career?
Nah, let the chips fall where they may.
So I guess that you don't feel you have any unfinished business in your career, right?
No, I want to keep winning, keep playing, and I still got a lot of history to write, with myself and, with my career. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, if that's what you're asking.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like I should. My wife keeps telling me to play until I'm 40, so I think I'm going to push for that as long as she allows me to.
So is basketball such a defining side of athletes in their lives? I mean, is there a room to change that aspect?
Like being divine?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think it's divine. I wake up wanting to play, excited to play basketball. So for me personally, I think just basketball has just been something that connects me, you know, to a lot of my friends, family. So I could say it's like a divine thing that, you know, has brought me close with a lot of people. And, you know, I've gained a love for it.
After all these experiences, do you have a definition for purpose in life or for success? Or has it changed through the years?
I think it changes as you go. But I think my purpose is, you know, being an example, you know, that my kids could be proud of, you know, walking into the house and they're excited to see me. I think that's like bigger than anything, you know, how the people at home feel about you is the most important to me.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me.
Αυτός ήταν ο Τζέιμς Νάναλι και τον ευχαριστώ που μοιράστηκε τις εμπειρίες και τις παραστάσεις από το ταξίδι του στο Man to Man podcast powered by Stoiximan. Μείνετε συντονισμένοι, διότι θα ακολουθήσουν πολλές αφηγήσεις από ακόμα περισσότερους σημαντικούς ανθρώπους του αθλήματος που όλοι αγαπάμε. Καλή συνέχεια με πολύ και καλό μπάσκετ.